already seen all the freshest horror movies of this season and you're just dying for more? Well, never fear. 2025 is shaping up to be a really exciting year for horror movies. So let's take a look at some of the films you should be checking out at the tail end of 2024 and throughout 2025. First up, we have Nosferatu. Directed by Robert Eggers and starring Emma Corrin, Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe, and Nicholas Hoult, Nosferatu is a fresh telling of the groundbreaking 1922 silent horror film that inspired so much of what the horror genre is today. This American Gothic horror is the twisted tale of a haunted young woman and a vampire who is infatuated with her. What could go wrong? Nosferatu hits theaters on Christmas Day 2024 in the US and on New Year's Day 2025 in the UK. Next up is Megan 2.0. Megan 2.0, the sequel to the original Megan, is a horror sci-fi film about an extraordinarily advanced artificially intelligent doll who goes rogue. Directed by Gerard Johnstone and starring Allison Williams and Violet McGraw, this film was campy and fun and had many people dressing up as Megan and doing her signature dance. Megan 2.0 is by all accounts set to have a really similar spirit and style. Megan 2.0 will also be directed by Gerard Johnstone, and it'll see Allison Williams and Violet McGraw returning to star in the film. Megan 2.0 is scheduled to be released in the US and in the UK on June 27th, 2025. Up next, we have another sequel, The Black Phone 2. Scott Derrickson's chilling 2023 horror thriller, The Black Phone, was adapted from Joe Hill's short story of the same name and starred Ethan Hawke as a horrifying child murderer referred to as the Grabber. The first film left viewers under the impression that the Grabber was dead, so what creepy characters should we expect to follow in the sequel? We know Ethan Hawke is in the second film, so maybe the Grabber isn't dead after all. We'll have to wait some time to find out, as the film is scheduled to be released in the US and the UK on October 17th, 2025. And finally, we're just gonna keep rolling with the sequels here. We have the much anticipated 28 Years Later. 28 Years Later is the sequel to the 2002 zombie film 28 Days Later, directed by Danny Boyle. 28 Days Later stars Cillian Murphy, who wakes up from a coma to discover a highly contagious, aggression-inducing virus has caused society to collapse. 28 Years Later continues the story, and it's predicted to follow a group of survivors who are trying to stay alive in this world that's completely ravaged by zombies. 28 Years Later will also be directed by Danny Boyle and star Cillian Murphy alongside Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Jodie Comer, and Ralph Fiennes. This long-awaited sequel will hit cinemas in the US and the UK on June 20th, 2025. There are many more horror films headed to the big screen in 2025, including an untitled movie by Jordan Peele, another Final Destination movie, and Scream 7, just to name a few. What upcoming horror movies are you dying to see? Let us know in the comments. As always, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay spooky, friends.